The hook. We live in a world designed to steal your attention. Every notification, every scroll, and every ping is a calculated attempt to hijack your dopamine system. Most people spend their lives in a state of continuous partial attention, wondering why they never achieve their biggest goals. But what if you could switch on a state of hyper-focus at will? Today on Mind Decoded, we are exploring the neuroscience of concentration. We're breaking down the flow state, the cost of task switching, and 12 psychological strategies to reclaim your brain. If you want to achieve more in 2 hours than most do in a week, this is for you. The Dopamine Trap. Your brain is wired to seek novelty. In the wild, a new sound meant a predator or prey. Today, that novelty comes from your phone. Every time you check a notification, you get a micro hit of dopamine. This creates a feedback loop that destroys your ability to focus on long-term, difficult tasks. We discuss why boredom is actually a superpower. If you can't sit in a room alone for 10 minutes without reaching for your phone, you aren't in control of your mind. We'll show you how to perform a dopamine fast to reset your baseline and make deep work feel effortless again. The myth of multitasking. Multitasking is a lie. The human brain cannot focus on 2 cognitively demanding tasks at once. What you are actually doing is context switching. Every time you switch from a report to an email, your brain takes an average of 23 minutes to return to full focus. This is known as attention residue. A part of your brain is still thinking about that last email while you're trying to solve a new problem. We'll break down the math of why doing one thing at a time makes you 40% more productive. Entering the flow state. You've felt it before. That moment where time disappears, and you are perfectly in sync with what you are doing. This is flow. Psychologically, this happens when the challenge of a task perfectly matches your skill level. We'll decode the flow triggers you can use to enter this state intentionally. From environmental cues to the challenge-skill balance, you'll learn how to architect your day so that high performance becomes your default mode, not an accident. The architecture of your environment. Willpower is a finite resource. If you have to fight the urge to check your phone every 5 minutes, you are burning mental energy that should be going toward your work. The most successful people don't have more willpower, they have better environments. We explore visual cues and digital minimalism. We'll show you how to outsource your discipline by removing distractions before you even start. If you can see your phone, your IQ actually drops by several points, even if it's turned off. We'll explain why. Chronotypes and biological prime time. Not all hours are created equal. Your biological prime time is the window of the day when your energy and focus are at their peak. For some, it's 5 a.m. For others, it's 9 p.m. We'll help you identify your chronotype so you can stop fighting your biology. We discuss why you should do your deep work during your peak hours and leave shallow work, like admin and chores, for your low-energy slumps. Managing energy, not time, is the key to elite performance. The Zeigarnik Effect and mental loops. Why do unfinished tasks haunt your thoughts at night? This is the Zeigarnik Effect. Your brain hates open loops. It will keep reminding you of what you haven't finished, creating background anxiety that drains your focus. We'll teach you the brain dump technique and how to close these mental loops using a trusted system. By writing it down, you give your brain permission to stop obsessing over it, freeing up massive amounts of cognitive RAM for the task at hand. The 90-minute rule. Our bodies operate on ultradian rhythms. Just as we have sleep cycles, we have waking cycles of high alertness, followed by a dip in energy. Most people try to push through the dip with caffeine, leading to burnout. We discuss why working in 90-minute sprints followed by a 20-minute active recovery break is the secret to sustained focus. We'll look at what a real break looks like. Hint, it's not scrolling through social media, and how it prepares your brain for the next sprint. Pre-commitment and the Ulysses contract. Sometimes you have to lock your future self into a decision. A Ulysses contract is a psychological tool where you make a choice now that makes it impossible to fail later. We'll cover tools and techniques to force your focus, such as website blockers, social accountability, and body doubling. Learn how to treat your future self like someone you are responsible for protecting from distractions. The Digital Minimalism Protocol. Focus. Extreme environment control. Your phone is not a tool, it is a portal to 1,000 distractions. In this chapter, we discuss the grayscale hack. By turning your phone screen to black and white, you strip away the predatory color psychology used by app developers to keep you hooked. We also dive into the phone hotel, the physical act of placing your device in another room during deep work. If you can't see it, your brain doesn't have to spend energy not thinking about it. Cognitive endurance and the focus muscle. Focus, training your brain like an athlete. Most people give up the moment they feel mental friction, but in psychology, friction is where growth happens. We explore the concept of cognitive endurance. Just like a marathon runner trains their legs, you can train your prefrontal cortex to stay engaged for longer periods. We'll teach you how to lean into the boredom gap instead of reaching for a distraction, effectively rewiring your brain to crave depth over speed. Active recovery versus passive consumption. Focus. Scientific rest. Not all rest is created equal. Scrolling through TikTok during a break is not resting, it is passive consumption that continues to drain your cognitive resources. We introduce active recovery techniques, the 20-minute power nap, the NSDR, non-sleep deep rest protocol, and the psychological benefits of a walk in nature. Learn how to empty the bucket of your mind so you can refill it with high-quality work in the next session. The anti-to-do list. Focus. Avoiding the busyness trap. The biggest enemy of focus isn't just laziness, it's fake work. We discuss the anti-to-do list, a list of tasks that feel productive but actually prevent you from doing the one thing that matters. We'll apply the Pareto principle, 80-20 rule, to your focus. Identify the 20% of tasks that produce 80% of your results and ruthlessly eliminate the rest. To be focused, you must be a master of saying no. Focus is a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. The more you distract it, the more it withers. Your challenge for day 5 is to perform one deep work sprint. 60 minutes, 0 distractions, one single task. If you're ready to master your mind and stop being a slave to the algorithm, hit subscribe. Tomorrow for day 6, we're decoding the psychology of influence, how to persuade without arguing. This is Mind Decoded. Stay focused.